Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victorious Hockey Company, and the Crazy Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. This morning, you can be in your car, in your office, at your desk, wherever you are. We hope that you are going to enjoy the first weekend of hockey in November 2023. I think we have our daylight savings time or something going on tonight, tomorrow. What day is it? I lose track. Today is Friday, November 3rd, 2023. Today's 5. The worst coaches' characteristics to watch out for. I was very fortunate in my life that I have never really had any bad coaches. Sure, I had coaches that weren't my favorite, but I believe they all had the best interest in mind for my game. Even the bad guys, not really bad, just a bit of a donkey here and there, but nothing catastrophic occurred that led to future, bad behaviors on my part. Maybe a couple of bad influences. Beer on the bus at 15, that was fun. But overall, nothing really bad occurred, and I'm still alive and still in the game. Most hockey players are not so lucky. If you ask any kid about some of their least favorite coaches, a couple of names usually pop up. So what are some of the bad characteristics that we're talking about? Negative reinforcement. It's one. So when the coach has a hard time giving you anything positive, when everything coming out of his mouth is, what the F are you doing? Are you stupid? All that kind of stuff over and over and over again. That simply does not work for players in 2023. It might have been okay back in the 70s and the 80s, but at this time in history, those antics are no longer going to get you a positive result. That's all there is to it. And you can get through this and talk about it for a long time. Different ways a coach can be negative continuously. But for today's players, if you're going to say something constructive, you better give them a damn sandwich. What's a sandwich? You better say something nice, get your constructive criticism in there, and close with something nice again. That's the only way to get through to today's kids. They don't like strictly negative all the time. Got to spread it out a little bit. Disrespectful. This is a big one. If a coach shows disrespect to game officials, he shows disrespect to your parents, he talks bad about players in the locker room, doesn't seem to care, he degrades players in the locker room during a period break or after a game or after a practice, that's not a guy that's going to be around very long. That's not a guy that you really want to send your kid to. And it's certainly not a guy that I'm going to suggest sending your players to as an advisor. Next, drill sergeant mentality. It's his way or the highway. That no longer works either. In the past, we've had these guys that you run very rigid systems. If you fail to run his system to a T, you'll get sacked 2, 3 shifts, 4 shifts. If you continue to show any resistance to his systems, you'll be traded. You'll go somewhere else. Allowing players to have some freedom to be creative is important to their development. That's all there is to it. Next, they make promises they don't keep. Promises in general when it comes to junior hockey is probably not the smartest thing to do. When you sign a tender in the spring for a team, you are promising, now it's in writing, that that particular team is the only team that you're going to visit, skate for, do camps for, and you're committed to being on that team for the following season. The problem is that commitment doesn't go both ways. The coach makes a promise, hey, little Johnny, if you sign this tender, you're going to be on my team next year. Well, the math really doesn't show that as being effective. The math shows that is not always the case in most oftentimes. Another big promise is you're going to be in my top 6, or you're going to be in my top 4 pairs on D, or you're my number 1 goalie. I'm not looking for anybody else. Listen, I don't care if the coach is coaching Junior C or if it's John Cooper with the Tampa Bay Lightning. If a coach is promising you a year-long opportunity in the preseason, he's lying to you. Cooper's not going to lie to you. But the only thing promised that's going to be made to you is that you may be on the roster. Right now you have a stall, maybe. But that stall is in jeopardy till mid-January at the earliest. You can lose your stall at any given practice. Don't get comfortable. Promises. Last one. Coach is too casual. Seen some of this in my life. Coaches trying to be friends with the players. It never works. Never, ever works. Yes, you can have a player's coach. That's different than a guy that's too casual about what his job is. He shows up late to practice, expects you to be there on time. He's disorganized, does not take his job seriously, mainly there for the paycheck. He made a commitment to coaching, but he's not really doing the whole job. Doesn't give a hoot what you do off the ice. That's not a place you want to be, because part of this junior process is your own personal maturation. It's your own personal growth. It's your transition from being a boy to being a gentleman. And the coaches, the way he handles himself and how seriously he takes his job plays directly into that. If he's not taking his job seriously, how the heck are you going to take your role seriously? And how's that going to help you grow up and get out of college hockey? It's not. Short show today. Tommy's happy. All right. Full disclosure, it is Friday morning. But for us, it's 12:40 a.m. So we have something to do in the morning. My mother-in-law's still in the hospital, so we're doing all the stuff. Tommy, what do you think? Hey, for people that had prayed for my mother-in-law, Sonia, that's my daughter, my mother-in-law, thank you. She's out of ICU in a regular room, some sort. She is high as a kite off of, what's she getting? Percocet or something. Oxycodone. Yeah, she is seeing snakes in the floor and said there was ants and monkeys flying earlier. She says at the beach, and it's been crazy. So we have to babysit her all the time. But there you go. That's it. Until tomorrow, actually until Monday, hope you enjoy your weekend, enjoy your morning coffee,